Mario power-ups. Everything from the mushroom, the fire flower, the invincibility star, and even that funny balloon in Super Mario World that makes Mario go, "Holy get me down from here!" There's a ton of unique power-ups and items found throughout the Mario games, and during your young childhood days, there had to be at least one time when you were playing a Mario game and thought to yourself, is there really a mushroom out there that can make me grow? Can raccoons really use their tails to fly? Because Mario said they can. Well, today, and the answer is no, by the way, raccoons cannot fly, in case you were dying to know, we're gonna talk about the Mario power-ups, items, enemies, whatever, that were possibly inspired by real life. Yeah, Mario power-ups and items that really exist, in one way or another. Here we go! The mushroom power-up is based off of the real-life mushroom known as the Amanita muscaria. Aesthetically speaking, the two look very, very similar, both being dominantly red mushrooms with white spots on them, but the similarities don't end just quite yet. Now, wild fungus like the Amanita muscaria carries a compound within themselves known as psilocybin. Psilocybin is a hallucinogenic and psychedelic compound that has the same side effects of drugs like LSD and acid. Basically, if you were to eat an Amanita muscaria, you would start tripping out. It might look something like this. Some of the most common side effects that comes from psilocybin are having visual and mental hallucinations, as well as having a strong change in your perception, like you yourself feeling bigger or having everyone around you feel smaller. Yeah, it's like that. Psilocybin also increases your heart rate and, on some occasions, causes your body to go numb. Now, think about this. If you're someone who's tripping out on drugs, and don't do drugs, by the way, and all of a sudden you literally stop feeling pain, as well as feel your heart rate increase, you might start to feel a little powerful. Kind of like how Mario does, and can all of a sudden start breaking solid objects with his head. Final verdict? If you ever come across an Amanita muscaria, just admire them from a distance, make a Mario joke, and move far away from it. Up next, we have the fire flower, and unfortunately, the closest thing we have to this is a flamethrower, in terms of being in control of huge bursts of fire. Kinda disappointing, I know. There isn't any flower that you can find in the wild that has fire properties. Yet, because I'm sure scientists are hard at work on making this a reality. Super Mario World is hands down one of my favorite games of all time. It's so pretty and always keeps me entertained for hours on end. Super Mario World also introduced a new power-up to the series, the cape. Or the feather that turns into a cape, because Mario. Now, for those of you who don't know, here's how this power-up works. Mario ties a cape to himself and starts running. When he picks up enough momentum, he can leap into the air and start flying. Or gliding. This power-up very closely resembles that of an awesome invention known as the Jetman, created by Swiss inventor, Yves Rossi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This revolutionary jetpack is as close as we'll probably ever get to a real-life Mario cape. Just look at the similarities. You secure the jetpack to your body, just like the cape, and need to pick up a nice amount of momentum in order for it to function. Unfortunately though, running around isn't going to build up that momentum you need. If you want enough momentum, your only option seems to be to literally jump out of an airplane. Oh. And the next thing you know, there you are. You're gliding through the sky with ease, just like Mario. While still on the topic of Mario World, this was the first game that introduced Yoshi to the series. Everyone's favorite cute little dinosaur dragon thing. Now, wouldn't it be cool if Yoshi was actually real? Wouldn't it be cool if you could just go to the pet store and buy a Yoshi? Well, enter the Komodo Dragon, the closest living animal to resemble a Yoshi. Apart from both of them being awesome lizards and having their cartoonishly long tongues, the Komodo Dragons are huge and are definitely big enough for a human to catch a ride on. But I'd highly advise against doing that, because these creatures are f***ing dangerous. The Komodo Dragon has a very intense appetite. It can take on animals twice, 3 times, 4 times its size, and and feast on them. Very similar to Yoshi, being able to eat almost anything, no matter how absurd and massive they are. And hey, at the right angle and in the right lighting, the Komodo Dragons can be just as cute and derpy as the Yoshis. Former Supreme Leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-il, is a Goomba. Alright? Allow me to explain that. Kim Jong-il firmly believed that with his strength in numbers and simply marching towards his enemy, this would surely lead to their victory and the downfall to all who oppose him. He firmly believed in this method. It couldn't fail. There is literally no other plan that is smarter or better than walking. Just like the Goombas. Also, his head was massive, almost perfectly shaped to resemble that of a Goomba. It's kinda frightening. And the last item we'll be talking about, at least for today, is the Warp Whistle from Mario 3. The Warp Whistle is a very secret item. You won't find it after hitting a few blocks in the grassy fields. The Warp Whistle resembles a flute, which, as you might know, is an instrument, and after you play it, you hear a nice little tune that then magically transports you to another world. Music is a very powerful art form. I can guarantee you that every single person has a few songs that have a particularly important meaning to them. There's a lot of music out there, so many different genres and artists, and we're guaranteed to not like them all. Finding the ones that we love is a pretty rare event to come by, just like the whistle. But finding the music that we not only love, but the ones that are also able to completely hypnotize and mesmerize us. Those are the songs that we can listen to, and the ones that will take us to a whole nother world.